최근 비트코인과 암호화폐 가격 하락세에 대한 우려가 커지고 있습니다. 하지만 오늘 리얼비전의 CEO 라울 팔은 이 모든 상황이 오히려 확장된 사이클의 일부라며 곧 엄청난 재평가가 이루어질 것이라고 예측합니다. 지금부터 라울 팔의 분석을 통해 시장에 숨겨진 유동성의 비밀과 기관 자본의 움직임을 심층적으로 파헤쳐 보겠습니다.
There's a bigger opportunity than people can see. Because a lot of people have got their heads conflated with like it's the end of the cycle, it all failed, crypto's dead, and I'm like, no, I think the cycle's been extended for a bunch of reasons, and liquidity is this reason. And once you see it through a liquidity lens, it completely explains what we've been talking about, and then why there's all this discounted stuff. So therefore, once liquidity flows, you're going to see a re-rating of the space in a way that people don't even believe is possible again. And one of the things I've looked at is a lot of people complain that this year has not been like the classical fourth year.
Yeah.
Right? And we've seen it. We've had no alt season. If you look back at stuff like everything ex Bitcoin and ETH, they've not gone to new highs this cycle yet. It feels like there's still a lot to go. I did a lot of work on this and I found out that, a lot of this 4-year cycle is actually built on the debt cycle. And in 2021 and 22, when rates went to zero, they pushed out the maturity of debt by a year. So it's all to roll $10 trillion to roll this year in the next 12 months. So it feels like we had sort of an interim year. I still think we finish up strongly, and I think it goes a lot longer than people expect.
여기서 라울 팔은 흥미로운 전환점을 제시합니다. 바로 스테이블 코인입니다. 그는 스테이블 코인이 단순히 암호화폐 생태계의 일부가 아니라 미국이 전 세계를 다시 달러화하는 데 핵심적인 역할을 한다고 강조합니다. 무려 3조 달러 규모의 단기 채권을 스테이블 코인으로 조달할 수 있다는 분석은 암호화폐가 단순한 투기 자산을 넘어 글로벌 금융의 근본 원리로 자리 잡고 있음을 시사합니다.
The other feature of the market that has been really interesting is stablecoins. Obviously, after the Genius Act, that's been good. And the US has figured this out. I mean, like Scott Bessent's gone, oh, this is how we dollarize the world, and we can fund like $3 trillion of short-term notes via stablecoins. This is one of the foundational principles of crypto, and people forgot it for a while because the governments weren't involved and because big banks weren't involved. It was like, doesn't really matter. And now suddenly it's like, oh, okay, maybe it does. It's difficult in hedge fund land right now because there's a lot of value and not enough momentum. And we've gone through a horrific year of chop so far, really. Yeah, Bitcoin's managed to eke its way higher. ETH had its rally from its lows, and it's now kind of in line with where it should be. But it's tough, right? Because unless you're a trader, you can't make money. You can't sit on anything because there's not enough liquidity. So the alts market bleeds, even if it's cheap. But it's super attractive, some of this stuff. Yeah, and it's not like we haven't been here before. It's a very frustrating market, and we probably end up finishing much higher into year end, and you've waited all year, and all the returns come in 2 months. I mean, we're kind of used to this kind of ridiculousness of this market. So it's kind of, we had this in like 2018, 2019 before, and why it's hit crypto is because the entire asset management world's underweight tech. And so they're chasing into year end because I saw the stat yesterday, 80% of all funds have underperformed the market this year. So they're all chasing that, and crypto being at the margin in liquidity gets whacked in the meantime. In the end, the network is a utility. Although because of token economics, you capture some of that. So yes, the network value still goes up because you're building on a network and you create Metcalfe's law value, but the applications layer is the thing that drives it. It feels that stablecoins is going to bring the new people on for DeFi in a scale that we're not really prepared for. Because, if you have a stablecoin app that works really well, that can be built on like a network and it can go to the end user in Thailand, and you build borrowing and lending on it, okay, we're now bringing in net new people doing net new things on chain, and it's not us lot shuffling money around to try something out and make a few bucks, right?
라울 팔은 이제 암호화폐 시장이 할인된 현금 흐름이 아닌 metcalfe의 법칙, 즉 네트워크의 폭발적 가치에 따라 가격이 매겨주는 시대로 진입했다고 분석합니다. 여기서 metcalfe의 법칙이란 무엇일까요? 쉽게 말해 네트워크에 참여하는 사용자의 수가 늘어날수록 그 네트워크의 가치는 기하급수적으로 증가한다는 통신 이론입니다. 이는 비트코인과 암호화폐 시장의 폭발적인 성장을 설명하는 핵심 원리입니다. 특히 아폴로, 블랙스톤 같은 거대 금융사들이 제로 비용으로 온체인 해치펀드를 만들게 될 것이라는 분석은 전통 금융의 근본적인 붕괴를 예고합니다.
The other thing that's interesting to me was the Circle IPO, right? Traded at a massive premium to revenues. And I've seen this before. It's either like a full-on retail frenzy speculation, which it wasn't, or the price is telling you something that is not priced off discounted cash flows, that they're pricing on Metcalfe's law, that it's a network. And then you saw the announcement, I think it's called ARC, that they did. It's like this huge labyrinth of people involved. And they're like, there you go. They're actually building a money network from scratch with, instant velocity. And the market is going to price this very valuably. That's also directly investable. So AI is growing faster. What can you do? You buy NVIDIA. I mean, if not, it's part of Google's balance sheet and part of Microsoft and part of Meta. You can't get pure exposure very easily. And what about the private stable coins that have been launched? That was like, really, are we doing this all over again? This is like the 2017 thing where we're going to have these private networks, but that seems to what's happening. They're building their own layer ones, not even layer twos. The other one that's been a really interesting rise is prediction markets. And it just shows you how you can abstract away options, because a lot of these are option markets. You can bet on where Bitcoin's going to be at the end of the year. Like, will Bitcoin break 150,000 by the end of the year? It's like a 13% chance, which is low. But that abstracts away an option down to the probabilities and make it ultra easy for people to just point, click, shoot, done. No onboarding with Robinhood and Coinbase or the interactive brokers, none of it. In seconds. I'm fixated on as well is asset management. We can see the Apollos and Blackstones and everybody, they want to tokenize their funds to try and sell them to investors, which these are illiquid assets with tokens. Retail don't want that rate of return. But what I see on the other side is the rise of these vaults where you can create baskets, you can do stuff instantaneously, and it becomes a much more efficient for individuals to create asset management firms. Think of how difficult it is to start a hedge fund, right? The amount of paperwork and cost to do it, when basically you can do it on chain for zero cost in seconds. And people that's just early, but it's coming.
오늘 라울팔의 심층 분석을 통해 우리가 겪는 시장의 혼란이 사실은 다음 단계를 위한 거대한 구조적 변화임을 확인했습니다. 시장은 단순한 하락장이 아닌 인류 역사상 가장 빠른 속도로 재택되는 혁명적인 변화를 겪고 있습니다. 그 핵심은 네트워크 가치에 따라 기존 금융이 제로 비용으로 압도적으로 파괴되는 결정적 문턱입니다. 이 영상이 여러분의 투자 관점에 새로운 통찰을 제공했기를 바랍니다. 다음 영상에서 더 유익한 정보로 찾아뵙겠습니다. 시청해주셔서 감사합니다.